What's going on? Hi, this is Alvaro. I'm here, another SLG meetup. Nice, it's gonna be a cool conversation today. Thank you for joining us. Today we're gonna have Eilyn Jimenez. She's the founder and creative director of Sire Design. It's a Miami-based interior design studio. So she's gonna be talking about her journey and how she's bringing that magic into the homes in not only Miami, but everywhere else in Florida and soon all over. Eilyn, welcome. How are you?
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I'm doing well. I really appreciate that you have invited me to this. I'm doing great. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning here in Miami. I know it's the afternoon for you. So I hope you're having a great afternoon.
I was making a little intro about yourself, saying that you are the founder and creative director at Sire Design, obviously Miami, based interior design studio. You guys are bringing some magic into the homes and some amazing projects that are happening, not just in Miami, but in different locations in Florida and sooner in many other locations. So I just want to know a little bit more about your story and how did you end up building such an incredible brand?
So Sire Design is like my baby. I originally did not expect to go into interior design. My goal was to become a judge. I wanted to study law and become a judge. I mean, I still have a fascination for law and apply it to this day, but I had no idea that this is the route I was going to go to. Eventually, I graduated high school at a very young age. I graduated high school at the age of 16, so I enrolled into college, a little bit indecisive as to what I wanted to do. So I ended up venturing for business while I decided if I wanted to become a judge, what I wanted to do. During that path, I became friends with the son of the Dean of Architecture, and I was fascinated with all the maquettes he was doing in the plans, and I was so intrigued. And eventually I decided to, shift careers and study architecture and really fall in love with the process. One of the things I saw myself doing along the way was designing the interior of the spaces. And my professors would get really angry at me because they'd be like, Eilyn, it doesn't matter. The interiors is not a part of architecture. And I would be flabbergasted because I felt that how a space was utilized on the inside was fundamental to how, the architecture of a building. I think they go hand in hand. But, that wasn't how my professors felt. So one of my professors told me, Eilyn, I really think you should consider going into the interior design program as well, because you have such a fascination for interior. And I got super offended because I thought he was telling me I was never going to become a good architect. But now to this day, I understand that the advice he gave me shifted me to fall in love with the design. I mean, I love architecture. I ended up, gearing towards interior design. But I love how both of them go hand in hand. I feel like my education really taught me how a space works, how it's built, how it's created, what goes behind the wall, and then going into interior design, creating a space that works, a beautiful space, while having the architectural elements, go hand in hand. There's a misconception between decorating and design. The way I like to explain it is like design, you can do surgery, decorating you really can't. But having that architecture background made me also love the part of construction and architecture and the design that undergoes, And here we are 10 years later.
Yeah, so you've been in business for 10 years. You definitely bring all this mix into this business, and definitely the results speak by themselves. I mean, you've been working on some amazing projects in the past here in South Beach Residences, also doing some great studios for some businesses in real estate, also nice projects in Florida. I'll be showing a few of your projects shortly, but I just want to tell you, your background is so fascinating,
Thank you.
Trying to become a judge, architect, then interior designer. Definitely you're going to do well in life with business and anything else that you do. It's not an easy job. And
I appreciate
we had yesterday Ralph, he's an architect. So there is probably some connection there that you guys can work on.
Yeah, so actually, we've been speaking with, Shelf Heavy for a while now and trying to basically work together. I love their work. I met with Ralph a few weeks ago and, he dissected my portfolio, which I loved, to a certain point, to have somebody else from the other bracket part of it look at it and say, hey, this is great. I think this is very cool. And having the opportunity to work with them, I love working with other creative people, other creative architects. I think there's a synergy between both. A lot of people have the misconception that architects and designers hate themselves. I don't think that's the case, maybe because I have a background in architecture, but I think when you have a great architect and a great design team, what's going to come of it is going to be an amazing project because you have multiple creative brains trying to, create this beautiful project. So it takes a long time for you to develop what is the type of clientele and project that works with your way of working. So that stood out to me because, it's one of the things that you mentioned.
Well, at the end of the day, you need to be building also that relationship, getting to know the clientele that you want to work with, because interior design, it's very personal. I mean, you need to really
Correct.
love what you see because you're going to be living there. It's like a part of your personality. So
Yes.
you need to get in people's head, understand them better, and always make those adjustments. Let me show you here, Eilyn. Here, this is one of your
Your project.
projects at South Beach Residences, right?
Yes. Yes, correct.
That's so beautiful. I love the combination of the colors. What is really your essence? What's the essence of the brand?
The essence of what Sire Design represents, it's basically being a conduit between a client's vision and great aesthetics. Because when a space is really well designed, you can see it. I'm a type of person that I believe that good design needs less. It doesn't mean that I can't appreciate maximalist design, but I am a minimalist at heart. I love spaces that are fluid and timeless and can easily evolve through time. So the essence of what I feel our brand represents, it's just that. It's design that's timeless, that no matter what you change or how the space is changed throughout, it's not fashion-led, but more with longevity and making sure the projects are a reflection of the client's lifestyle, but also a space that can easily evolve through time.
I love what you just said. And it really reflects in every area of the property itself, because I'm going to put here another one. I'm a big fan of bathrooms, and I know a lot of people
Me too.
listen to us today as well. I love the concept here. What is it exactly that you're doing when it comes to the bathrooms? Like, it makes it so magical.
This project was very interesting because it has what I call a yin and yang shower. And it was that two bathrooms shared a shower. So imagine somebody's in one bathroom and the other person's in the other bathroom. There's no sense of privacy. There was just one tub and one shower. So this project, we were taking on the task, one of the tasks that the client wanted was to have separate bathrooms. So we were able to do that and create this sense of, you know, a spa-like. So the bathroom was this really long space. So what we did is did this extended counter that still implemented the client's love for color. As you can tell, the base of the cabinetry is this high lacquer deep blue. That's how we incorporated the color. To be honest, in person, it looks almost black, so it's a little bit timeless. And then what we did is we continued that ledge all across into the shower to unify the spaces. You know, one of the biggest eyesores of bathrooms are toilets and bidets. So a lot of the time people don't want that to be the focal point. So these louvers that you see on the left-hand side barricade the view from to next to that, where is the bidet and the toilet. It kind of breaks that space and allows you just to pay attention to the vanity and then look at the design of the shower.
And Eilyn, I know you are currently working on some other projects, right? In Jade Signature, you also have something going on in Murano Grande. I mean, you seem to be currently quite busy, right?
Yeah, I mean, thankfully, you know, I knock on wood, we're very, very busy. We're currently working on 12 projects at the moment, which is, I think, the most the studio has undertaken. Obviously, you know, our team has expanded, and the idea is to be able to still give focus into these projects. You know, we have a project at Jade Signature, which is a beautiful unit. The clients are very cultured, very educated, and understand, you know, the importance of having the right pieces and are really allowing us to be very creative in the process. Then we have Murano Grande, which is a project that we're designing all the common corridors throughout the space, and progressively moving forward. Right now, we're working as well as in the pool area, back pool, which is going to be a beautiful design, very different than every, you know, typical residential pool area. We have, you know, an NFL client that we're working with, that we're doing his house here in Florida. We have a project that we're working in Tampa. I mean, that's just an array of different ones. We have projects that are very, very interesting, and they're all different.
Well, the quality at the end of the day is what's reflected, and this is through that personal relationship, understanding really what the customer wants. And I believe that what you're doing is an excellent job. You're facelifting everything up. There is so many beautiful neighborhoods here in Miami that, you know, the homes themselves are so nice, but they need a little, you know, redesign to bring it up to life. So
I agree. And a lot of the architecture here lacks character. You know, a lot of the people forget that Miami is a relatively new city. You go to Paris, you go to London, you go, you know, to Africa, and there's a specific aesthetic and architecture. Miami doesn't have that because up to a certain point it's new. So when you do find these hidden gems of, you know, Art Deco style homes or Mediterranean homes in the Coconut Grove area, the idea is to beautify those spaces and bring them to life, give them a story. You know, to me, spaces have to say something. So to be able to work in projects that allow you to bring that history, you know, out without having to, you know, demo it and do a modern design, I feel there's so much to evolve as a designer in such a diverse city.
When somebody talks about luxury, what is it really?
To me, luxury is not like, you know, shiny, blingy, how much, what brands you have. To me, luxury is taking a space and it having character and history. For example, you know, a client that went to South Africa, went to India and brought back things from their travels, and there's a specific piece that inspires the overall design. I think having the luxury of being able to create a space that takes you someplace else is the ultimate form of luxury.
Excellent. Excellent said. I mean, I love that definition of luxury. I couldn't agree more with you. And Eilyn, with everything that is going on, do you see a shift in the way that people are designing their homes?
I mean, of course. I mean, one of the main things that people are paying attention to more is to the spaces that they live in, that they work in. People are realizing the importance of having a space that's well designed, that reflects the mood that they want to have. And they're paying more attention to that. You know, design has evolved in the last few years. Before it was like what they call fast fashion, which is like IKEA and quick things throw out. Now it's very different. Now people want pieces that have a history, that have, you know, a conversation starter, and basically defines the space. And, you know, the idea of open concept is something that I see is shifting more far away. People want to have compartmentalized spaces that are defined, whether it's an office, whether it's a bedroom, because the mood is shifted based on what that is.
Very nice. Very nice. Eilyn, if somebody is looking to, you know, facelift their homes, or they're building a new home and they want to bring some nice design in place, what would be some of your recommendations?
So obviously every project is different. The main thing would be looking at the client's lifestyle, seeing how they want to live, making sure that if they're big entertainers, have spaces to entertain. If they enjoy spending a lot of time, you know, in their private retreat areas, in their master bedrooms, in their, you know, bathrooms, for example, to pay really attention to those spaces. Each space is going to be different, and each client is going to be very different. You know, the lifestyle of everybody varies, but I would say the biggest advice that I can give is stay true to what you like, the way you live, and make sure to design around that.
Great point. I think that's so true, because at the end of the day, you're going to be living there. You want to really have that personality reflected all across the board. So very well said. And I think it will be easier to just reach out to you, because you are definitely fantastic.
Of course.
You do an amazing job.
Of course.
And
it would be a pleasure. It would be a pleasure.
If somebody wants to reach out to you, where will they do? I'm going to pull up here the info that was on your website.
So of course, you know, they can reach out via info, via Instagram is a, you know, big route that a lot of people use. I handle everything, so I see it all. If anybody comes in contact with, you know, once again, contact available at always. So either via email at info@siredesign.com, via, you know, Instagram, via phone call, via pigeon bird, whatever works best for the client.
Sounds good. Okay, anything else you would like to share with us today, Eilyn?
I mean, I don't know. What was it? I will ask you a question. What did you feel when you saw our brand? What stood out in what you saw?
Elegance. I saw elegance, something that invites you to want to be part of it, you know?
Thank you.
Because at the end of the day, when you feel that, you know, that elegance, that it's inviting you already to walk in. And this is what you want to have in a home, you know? You want people that actually feel the warmth or want to come inside. And as you said, as long as it represents your personality as well, it's a match. So I'm very glad that we got to connect today, and for you joining us. I'm sure a lot of people got beautiful insights from you, and I hope to see you soon in Miami. I know you like Spain, so también puedes venir aquí. You can come here as well.
Of course. I mean, I got married in Spain, so I love Spain. But when you come to Miami, we'll have a Cuban cafecito waiting for you.
Oh.
So whenever you come here, please stop by. And I would love to continue talking design and architecture. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for the invitation. I feel honored. I've seen all the people that you've interviewed, and they're amazing architects, amazing real estate agents, amazing designers, and I feel honored to be a part of those.
Well, thank you so much, Eilyn, and we'll see you soon. Wow, that's it. Amazing. Eilyn, what a magic. She's great. She was amazing. She's still amazing. And I hope you guys got good points from her. Definitely a master at what she does. And I hope you all enjoyed our conversation. So as always, wishing you all a great day and keep that beautiful success in life. See you next time.